I have to cook some burgers and hot dogs today for an event a little later. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. But what my plan is to do is to set up my 5-foot grill table and a table to use like I would if I was on site cooking somewhere else. But I am home. This is actually for these hot dogs and hamburgers are actually for a past coworker who he asked me to cater an event for him. So I'm gonna move some things, make some space, and get the grill set up. And also, between getting the grill set up, I have to get a table set up. And you guys are gonna kind of be over my shoulder watching me as I get this done today in real time. So if you are joining me or just joining me, if you could leave a thumbs up. I will try to check on the comments every now and again. I can't guarantee that I will be, right on time with the comments because I gotta cook. So, but I will try to talk to you guys throughout the entirety of the cook while I am cooking, so you guys can kind of know what's going on. If you don't see me on screen for a time or two, know that it shouldn't be for very long. I will try to get back on screen as fast as possible. All right, let's see here. Let's see. 6 folks watching. Holy cow. I won't say I didn't expect this, but let's see here. Where are the comments? Comments. Oh man. Bubba Tribe, what up? TJ says, good morning. Judge Wupp, he says, get work done. Yes, indeed. I get more done than you guys know. I will be honest with you. There are plenty of things that I do, things that I cook. I won't say things happen. Let's put this off to the side, and then I'll set the table up over here so you guys can see. Now, I'm going to apologize now because I'm sure the majority of the time I'm cooking, I probably have my back to you. So let's change the orientation so you guys can see what I'm doing a little better. See what I go through for you guys? If this works a little better. Yeah, all right. And got a bag of charcoal here. Did you guys know there is an easy way to open up charcoal like this? This string, if you are oriented in the front of the bag, if you pull the string, like just pull that leading edge, you can pull this whole thing off. It's like a slip knot. I see so many people struggling with opening up bags of charcoal. All right, so I'm gonna kind of be back and forth between. What up, Roger? James says, watch a lot of your videos. Thanks for the knowledge. Nice. Big Smoke Barbecue. What's up with you? All right, these I use for welding, so I don't know if I want to use them for cooking. These I've used for getting grill together. I have a latch on the side of the grill. Oh, all right. I have my scraper here. We're going to scrape. Scraper, scrubber. Am I the only one that just like throw stuff on the ground when you're doing things, and you're like, I gotta pick that up later? And then sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. Kind of depends on where I am, but here at home, I do actually have to pick this stuff up. All right, so I'm going to clean up grapes a little. So today I have 40 burgers and 50 or 48 hot dogs to cook. So I'm thinking I might only use one bag of charcoal just because I don't think I need to light up the entirety of the grill. So I'm probably pretty much only going to worry about focusing on cleaning up half of the grill. Can you guys hear me all right? I feel like I'm talking to myself because I can't see the comments. But I will come check the comments every so often. But if you guys are free, I should be out here on the grill for about the next hour, maybe. That was kind of weird. Maybe a little thicker. All right. Great. Clean. On here. Let's see. Comments. Big Smoke says, ready for the Eagles to win and take it all again? Hell yeah, I am. Marcus says, aloha and good morning, everyone. Roger says, what time shall I stop by? Actually, Roger, I'm going to be in Gaithersburg today. I have some chicken. It's got sauce in it already. And I have some pulled pork that's a little older. Also have a few wings, but that's what this is for. I am cooking for a previous coworker, having a like a family. It seems like a family cookout, or like a community cookout. And he asked me to do some beef ribs, some wings, and he said beef ribs, wings, and chicken wings. All right. So, see, the charcoal shall provide a trash bag. I'm not trying to. I really only have one box of hamburgers and 2 packages of hot dogs to cook. So I'm not trying to use that. That's just one bag of charcoal. Let me see if I have any open. It's not open, but this is some lump, and I'm going to supplement. We're going to put like a half a bag on top of this to make it a little better. Come on. Why are we not working? This one was done. Oh. Whoever did this one did it wrong. They did it backwards. It's supposed to be pulling from the front side of the bag, the front of the label. All right. So this is. Oh wait. What the hell? Did I change the bag? These look the same. So this is real all natural hardwood briquettes, and these are just these are super sized charcoal briquettes. So all right, well, I'm not gonna waste more briquettes. I thought it was lump charcoal. I should actually read the bag, huh? All right, I know. All right. You guys get to watch this in real time. In the videos, you always see how sped up it is. No, I'm not doing a video on this. Yes, this is all you're gonna get this live stream. I'm not putting the whole bottle of lighter fluid, just wetting all of the coals. That is it. I get so much pushback from everyone when I use lighter fluid, but it is the easiest way for me to get this lit. There was a spider on the end of the nozzle there. It lost its life. And we're on. Woo. I guess I'll check the comments. So how's everybody doing this morning? Bubba Tire said, come on, give the extra like, please and thank you. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I harp on it all the time. It really is free to you and easy to do. If I were smarter, I would have set the grill up, heading up towards the top of my driveway, so I wouldn't have to worry about having my back to everything up there. But you guys watching out for me, right? Yeah. All right. TJ said, "Are you going to record any and upload this live?" So I'm not recording anything just because it is a hassle. It is a pain. And when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm doing a whole bunch of moving and shaking, and it's way easier for me. And that's why typically when you see me doing a live stream, you'll see me set the camera up in one place and do a time lapse because that's all I have the bandwidth for, especially when I'm out in public and trying to cook for others. I did film an event last week, so technically, I think I still need to edit that video, and then that one should go up hopefully this week, unless I have enough stuff banked. I've been recording a lot lately, and yes, I can. What up, man? Good morning. So I've been recording a lot lately. Some of the things that I do record, they're kind of out of place, if you will. And you guys don't always necessarily get to see everything, which is unfortunate because there are sometimes I'll start a video and it just doesn't work out. So there are a lot of times when I do post like a video in its entirety, if I manage to like fix it or for it to come together and it's a good story, if you will. But there are also times when the video just goes to shit. So just there's no way around it. And those videos don't make it. I mean, every now and again I'll have one of those. It's not an everyday thing though. How did you two know me so well? Bless you for this. All right, well, thanks. Is it Ashkan? Ashkin? Please. I don't know, phonetically, spell your name out or say your name for me. I try to make sure I get people's names correct when I am talking to them. I'm hoping to get these burgers and hot dogs done before it starts raining. It looks like it was just raining, drizzling a few minutes ago. So I want to get these done. I have to drop this food off. I have about an hour drive for where I have to drop this food off. And I have to drop it off at 1:30. It is currently just after 10:15. So let's see. What am I cooking? I have 40 burgers and 48 hot dogs to cook. You got it perfect the first time. Ashkin. All right. Big Smoke said, what happened to all the big dog smokers? I missed them. Long brisket cooked 6 years ago in the garage, bro. I'm in the garage right now. The problem is people can't afford barbecue. I'll be completely honest with you. And when I'm charging $250, or so for a brisket, that's not something that comes along every day. I have had to do a few briskets, but I mean, you tell me how many times you want to see the same brisket cook. Because it pretty much is the same. Steven, what up? CS, or is C. Charles? Says burgers at 10 a.m. Say less. I'm here for it. Yeah, man, I'm cooking to take these to past coworker. Usually this is something I would do on site, but basically how I looked out for him and his budget more or less was I'm not charging him to cook these hot dogs and hamburgers. I'm just gonna do it here. So I'm saving myself taking the trailer with me, setting up there, the on-site cook time and things like that. With me just rolling it, literally I rolled it 15 feet out of the garage out here to where it sits. I'm gonna set up a table, then I'm gonna get the hot dogs and hamburgers. We look like we are almost ready to start cooking. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. I know you could have been anywhere and doing anything, and you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Let's wipe the table off. feeling the little drizzle drops. Alright. So this is pretty much the same exact way I would set up when I'm cooking on site somewhere. So you guys just get to see it in real time. Right. Steven, good morning. Big Smoke says, facts, my business is down also this year. Yeah. You ever do whole hogs in underground pit? No, never. I have done a whole hog though. So when I walked away, I said I have done whole hog, just never in an underground pit. Hold on, I'm still collecting supplies. So when stuff is done, foil for my utensils as I put them down. Gloves. Before I get gloved up, I'm going to open up the hot dogs and hamburgers. Makes it easier to do it now before I put gloves on. And then don't want to touch anything. Hot dogs. I just had my knife sharpened a week or so ago, and I don't want to cut myself. It's sharp as hell right now. Yeah, speaking of videos that never made the light of day, I started a video of us going to the Baltimore Farmers Market. And yeah, it just I get to doing what I'm doing, and then I forget to film. Planning on smoking oxtails. I have smoked oxtails for my family. I just haven't done a video on it. Smoking Rat, good morning. Smoking Rat, good morning. He said, what up? Hope everyone has a fantastic Father's Day. He said Father's Day, but yeah. Angela, what up, what up? She said, hey, only here to put a like, but hey, y'all. Those towels aren't worth their weight in gold. They're fine. The Sam's paper towels, shoot. If you know gargoyles on Saturday morning, are the best. I don't know, apparently. Where you at? Looks like Carolina or Tennessee. I am in Baltimore City, Maryland, USA. This is at the end of my wooded driveway. Technically, these are woods. Well, there's a hill here, and there's houses that sit here. There's houses that sit right up at the top of that hill there. You can't see the hill because it's so wooded right now. But during the winter, you can see, when this is barren, you can see, like, I can see straight up to there's two houses, I believe, that sit up there. And then also, directly here behind me is another neighbor. So here, if I walk out of the garage, so there's the building for the garage. There's my neighbor's house right there, and there's up my driveway, and here comes the rain. It seems like, but up there are two houses. That's it. Actually, there's more than two houses, but like directly adjacent to what you can see from my driveway, there are two houses. And I'm in, I won't say in the middle of Baltimore City, but I'm in Baltimore City, Maryland. Where are you checking in from? If you don't remember everyone's marching orders from the end of last Wednesday. I did. I do. So Saturday morning cartoons. But see, you were on the live stream, TJ, so that's why I didn't it didn't come to me. But Keon did comment. He commented Batman, He-Man, G.I. Joe. There were like 4 or 5 that he commented. So I kind of remember. I don't know if you noticed, TJ, but you know, I be drinking on those live streams sometimes. Oh shoot, we might have just thought about. I don't have any. I might have some cotton gloves in there. Cotton gloves for once this thing gets up to temperature. I put cotton gloves underneath the nitro gloves to keep from burning myself. But our coals are nice and hot. So. In what order do you guys cook food? Because I always start with the burgers because I feel like the drippings from the burgers end up helping to get the coals going. And then I'll cook the hot dogs because the hot dogs don't take but like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to get taken care of. Holy cow, never had that before. A chunk of burger just fell off. Woo, it's warm. I'm hoping I'll be able to get 20 burgers on here. Yes, I'm placing them. Where's John? John would typically be like, "Oh man, I love it when you throw the burgers on the grill like they're dealing cards." Yeah. All right, there's 20. That's not 20, that's only 16. All right, here we go. Like, it looked like it was way too many burgers left in the box. All right, so at this point, I'm just gonna close this off, let them cook, and I'll keep my eye on the smoke behind me while I check out the comments. So let's see. All right, so Ashkin said Denver. Big Smoke said he has an order for beef cheeks next weekend. Ever done them? Any tips? So beef cheeks, I have cooked beef cheeks. They are delicious, first and foremost. But they are also problematic because there is a lot of like gristle and sinew and stuff that you have to trim off of those things. So just be prepared to do a little preparation on the front end. But they turn out fantastic. If you plan to like pull them, they're great. Smoking Rat said Hanna-Barbera. I call them bitch mitts. Yeah, look, listen. Call them what you call them. I'm not trying to burn my hands. I mean, I already have a high tolerance for heat. I'm gonna move this out just a little bit. I feel like I'm getting more smoke in the garage than I want. And you guys probably can't see me very well because all the smoke is rolling right this way. Freaking, yeah. That didn't help all that much. But anyway, Ashkin, so when I do live streams, I typically do live streams on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So at the end of the live stream, for those people who are replaying or watching the replay of the live stream, I try to ask a question at the very end of the live stream to try to keep them or get them engaged. And last Wednesday, I asked, what was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon or cartoons? Comment down below, because it helps with the engagement when people watch the live streams, when they watch them back and they actually comment. So that's why you'll find that when people are doing live streams, they'll say, hey, stop what you're doing right now. If you're watching this, back, comment down below X, Y, and Z, because it helps with the engagement of those videos. Yes, indeed. Go Birds. Do you do anything with this in you? You trim off like bones going to broth and stuff. So when I do chicken, if I'm doing chicken, I'll save the bones, and I'm not going to tell you how many bags of bones that I have from when I'll cook bone-in chicken thighs. And I smoke the thighs. I'll pull the skin off of them though, but I will smoke the thighs without deboning. Also, one of the last times, my son actually cooked some chicken thighs not too long ago, taste tester number 1, and he cut the bones out. He deboned it, and he deboned the chicken, and he threw the bones. Actually, I threw the bones on the smoker and let them hang out on the smoker, and then we put them in a bag for him to do something with them later. But I make soups all the time, all the time. I make way too many soups for my age. All right, so I can't find the gloves that I was looking for. So I'm going to attempt to put these gloves over top of these and continue on with my cook. I know I have some of the cotton gloves in the house, but much good that's doing me right now. We're getting there. These couple burgers are kind of in the hot spot. They're almost ready. Might as well just put on the other glove now. Let's see. You got that sucker smoking. Indeed. Stock like a so chicken skin cracklings, I've done something with them. This is all part of things that you guys don't see me do more often than not. I made like I smoked them. I just threw them on the smoker. But on the Lone Star cabinet pellet, I was able to put them on, and with the fact that there's so much convection in that cooker, it dried the skins out, and it really was almost like they were air fried. it was pretty good. All right, so these burgers, I'm going to try to undercook them just a little bit because I'm cooking them ahead of time, and they probably will have them on like a warmer or something later. Since I don't have any heat over here, keep that there. Let's check you guys. Look, dude, that's asking. So seriously, Soup's an old man game. Exactly. Well, Taste House number 1 these days. Taste House number 1 is 19. He'll be 20 in December. Smoking Rat said, I'm headed off to work. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Happy cooking dash. See ya. Thank you for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. I've been here since the original Mo Butter Baby from Taste House number 3. It's crazy. Hi, little cousin. What up? Are you guys having fun out of town? I'm gonna move these burgers that aren't cooking as fast off or closer to where it is warmer. And I might get a pan to put these other burgers in sooner than later. All right, so one of the questions I get about this cooker, this particular cooker, is why did you get a lid? And I'm getting ready to show you. Because what ends up happening is, I can see it, there's a bit of flame developing. And, oh, you guys are a little out of focus here. Let me just move you that way so you can see more of the grill. Sorry. I'm trying to move up the comments. Let's see. She said she wants to come back to your house. She's been telling everyone about her big cousin that did her hair. Aw, that's what's up. So, remember what I was talking about, why I got a lid? So, of course, there's going to be flare-ups. And you guys can see, but you guys can see more, like I said, in real time with this right now, what I actually truly have to deal with. But that's why I have a lid, and it's important to have the lid so that as these things start to flare up, I can, you know, knock the heat down, knock the fire down. More fire. Like I said, I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let's check the comments again real fast. Holy cow, 22 of you guys here. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, he's in college. He just finished his freshman year at Morgan State. So he went across town and went to Morgan. I'm going to leave it at that for now. There's a couple that look a little, let's say, less done, but I'm going to try to make sure they're all done about the same. one of the things that I'm trying to do is make sure that these look good in this pan. Once I put them in the pan, I might try to kind of fan them out a little bit, but we'll see. All right, so as you can see, we've achieved the fire status. And this again is when it's important to be able to close the cooker. Help knock that fire down just a little bit. Whew. How's everybody doing though? All right, Ashkin said, "Have a good day. Peace through food." That is dope. That's pretty. That's a pretty dope thing there, my man. Peace through food. I like that. Get some more burgers going. Keep this train rolling. Oh, hell. Get another rack going. I'm almost done with the burgers. And then I got hot dogs to do. And they won't take long at all. Yeah. That needs to sit on there a little longer now. So what are you guys up to? Listen, oh my goodness, 22 of you guys are checking in, watching, and I show 18 thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Angela. Here, I guess I can. I mean, it really is just hamburgers. Nothing special. It's just cooked well, you know. Again, I'm undercooking them just a little bit because they'll probably sit in a warming pan or warming tray. And because my plan is to finish them earlier, I am going to put them in the Cambro. I have some chicken wings already, some beef ribs already, and I have hot dogs and hamburgers that I'm also going to put in the Cambro and travel with to take with me to my friend's house. George, what up? Hey, Gigi, how you doing this morning? Sean, what up with you, man? Quentin said, we need to buy you some more clothes. Okay, so you know what's crazy? I wear the same thing all the time. I have 6, 7 pairs of black pants that I wear, and I just bought 7 of these shirts. So I have one for every day of the week. Yo, my mail lady, whenever she drops mail off, she's on the phone. She spends the entire day on the phone. How do you have that much to talk about? How do you have that much to say? Like, what are you talking about for 8 damn hours? Like, literally every day, every time. I know it's her because I hear her voice. I just be like, what are you talking about? Oh, whew. Over here. Just for a moment. All right. Check back with you guys. Setting up updates. Updates for the week? Oh, she's setting up her dates for the week. I don't understand how people will be on the phone. Oh, you're talking about the mail lady. Dude, I mean, and I never hear her long enough to like really get into the conversation. But I swear, every time, the entire time that she is in the area, she's on the phone. Sean said, I don't understand how people be on the phone like that. I got a good 5 minutes before I'm ready to check out. Talking on the phone in 2025 is crazy. JD said, that looks awesome. Thanks, man. This is I won't say an opportunity, but I figured since I'm doing this at home, I could actually show you guys. I've been up since, I woke up at 2:15 this morning, knowing that I had to get up at 4:30, and I was just up. And I'm like, well, do I start my cook now or do I go back to sleep? So I tried to go back to sleep, and I probably didn't go back to sleep until about 3. And then my alarm went off at 4:30 to cook. And I'm like, I just laid in bed. I set up, snooze, and then I said, all right, you know what? Finally at 5 o'clock I got up, and I got out here, and I had, like I said, the orders for 30 wings, but I ended up cooking 39 wings because I dropped one. It was 40. And then I cooked 2 racks of plate beef ribs, but the orders for 1. But usually when I cook 1, I cook 2 because there's a big rack and there's a small rack, and then we get the small rack. Yes, of course I could sell it, but we like beef ribs too, and when I say we, I mean me. So these I let sit in here a little too long, running my mouth. But this is kind of good because it'll give some variety to the burgers that are in the pan, to some that are a little more well done. You know, inevitably there's that person that's like, I want a well done burger. Ugh. Not my thing, but to each and or her their own. So I'm moving the burgers around. Like I said, I'm putting a kind of a variety of donenesses in this pan, so that if someone wants one, particularly one way or the other, they might be able to see it and grab it for themselves. All right, last 5 burgers going on. And we're done with the burgers. Usually if I was out and about cooking, I would probably limit to cook 20 burgers or so at a time, maybe even less, and then also cook hot dogs at the same time so that I can have hot dogs and hamburgers done at the same time. All right. Woo. Fat Happy, what up, man? Keon, how you doing? Are these for different people, or are you taking these to one group? One group. Yeah. I said earlier, these are going to a past coworker. I believe they're having like a community cookout or community type of something get together in his neighborhood, and he asked me to do some wings, some beef ribs, some hot dogs and hamburgers for him. So I got to go down to Gaithersburg. So you know where I am, and Gaithersburg is about an hour away. I'll take my time and go across 70. Susie, she says, "Hey yo, good morning. I'm about to fire up the eggs, ribs, and chicken cook. Nice." Susie, I thought of you the other day. I was watching a video on YouTube, and there was a girl she was stopped by the police, and she was in a Walmart parking lot. She was given a ticket because she was in a handicap spot, but didn't have a handicap placard. So she basically stopped there to pick up, like she was getting something from her grandmother. Her grandmother, who does or did have a handicap placard, was next to her in the parking lot. But when the cop rolled by, the cop was like, "Hey, you have a handicap placard," and then it just went all types of south from there. But I thought of you, Susie, again, because the lady cop, I was like, where is this video being taken? Where is this video being done? Because I swear that's Susie. That's Susie's voice right there. She sounds like Susie. So, but I think they were in and or around St. Louis. So it wasn't you. And it seems to have been a rather recent video as well. So like I said, it wasn't you. But I chuckled because I was like, oh my gosh, that lady sounds like Susie. Then when I saw, further along in the video, her partner gets there, and you can see clearly it's not Susie. But I was hoping, I was like, what? Let me find out if Susie's on YouTube in one of these videos. I would have cracked up. All right, so my fire is actually starting to die down. This charcoal, um, and if I had more charcoal, I would be spread out, and I would be cooking more intensely because it'd be spread out. But also, I only really have like one layer of coals, so they're kind of fizzled out. Or fizzling out, I should say. But that's good. So hopefully my hot dogs won't burn in smithereens. How do you guys like your hot dogs? Are you like I need a burnt hot dog type person, or are you like, all right, just warm it up? Huh. Colt was at least cute. She wouldn't have been my cup of tea. I mean, you know. Back in the law enforcement. Yeah. One more time. Oh my god. Susie is the furthest from a hoe I could actually, say imagine. But yes, I think Susie is the furthest from a hoe. So she plays one on the internet. Is that what your I don't say claim to fame, but your that's just funny. I'm sorry, Susie. Alright, these are almost done. Let's see. Nope. I do have the ability to drop the grates down, but I don't want to drop the grate down. I could try and shake up knock some of the ash off with the charcoal, the coals. I also have a blower, but it's up at the house, where I could try to blow some of the ash and kind of stoke the fire here, but I'm not in a rush. I came out here and started this early on purpose so that I would have time. Play one on TV, Susie says. Michael Anderson says, morning from Tennessee. Well, hello. I like them Ripper style. What the hell is Ripper style? Like cut in half? TJ says a mix of both. Sean said people that only want a hot dog warmed up should be arrested. If you know, it says on the package that hot dogs are actually fully cooked. Fully cooked. There it is. Fully cooked on every pack of hot dogs. You can eat this hot dog as it sits in the package, just like this. He said they should be arrested though. Now, I don't need them to be burnt, but I do like a little char on my hot dogs. Who's gotta eat too? That's a movie reference for you. That was for the other night. Exactly. As a kids, we used to eat them raw. They're not raw. They're cooked. They're just not warmed up. They are fully cooked. If you did not know that hot dogs are fully cooked, did you learn something today? Did I teach you something today? You can comment below. I did not know that. These last couple burgers, I'm gonna let them hang out for a second while I get my hot dogs on. So one of the things you'll see me do with this cooker is I'll put the hot dogs kind of against the grain of the grate, depending on if there's an incline. The last cook I did, there was an incline where the grill was tilted and it was causing havoc. My freaking hot dogs were rolling to the back of the grill. But the reason I do that is so that I can pick them up with the tongs pretty easily. Just like, whoop, and flip, 4 of them, 5 of them at a time. It makes less work for me. Almost lost you here, buddy. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. See? I'm talking about this one's rolling away. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully it didn't interrupt. I can only eat them with a bit of char. I don't like the texture without. Okay. I didn't realize that. Thanks for education. No problem, Susie. Raw as in warmed up. Not warmed up. Straight from the fridge to mouth. Oh, God. Also, this would have been a great stream yard time. Can you see everyone firing up the grills and preparing the foods? Huh? That would take a lot of planning, but I'm not that well organized. So another thing also, the reason why I do it like this is because I could just simply roll the hot dogs. So these, they could have stood to cook a little longer, but they'll be all right. Being lazy, we're just gonna dump these out. And I'm gonna move these. Can't get the gloves off. How sweaty I am. If I couldn't get the gloves off, my hands are sticking to them. Tongs. All right. Riggs says, nice grill. Thank you. All beef hot dogs. I try not to cook pork on my stuff. You can say I don't eat pork. But there are times when I've had to cook, like I had to cook sausage for somebody not too long ago on this grill. And I did it. Didn't like it, but I did it. But I try not to cook pork on this for when folks who don't eat pork ask me to cook different things and they're concerned about what was cooked on this grill or any of my cooking for that matter. But you see what I was saying about moving 5 or so hot dogs at a time with them set up with this orientation. You just have to be careful not to gouge the hot dogs. Ask me how I know. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Vic's cooking chicken. Closer now. Weird, I came across a lot of shoots someone cooking and getting over food poisoning from a restaurant. Oh, damn. I do love grilled food, yeah. Message. Oh, man. Riggs said he subscribed. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate that, my guy. Hopefully you feel better. Here, I thought I was going to be out here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I'm almost done. Just let these hot dogs cook a little bit. And I have a full pan, but I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put them in a half pan. Then I'll get these burgers. Again, I'm trying to decide how I want to lay these out in the pan to make them look better. But I think the way that they are is pretty decent. Just going to roll the hot dogs and make sure there's a even char on them. Get a piece of foil, cover up the burgers. Grab a piece of foil for the hot dogs for when they're done. Just gonna kind of lightly close those. All right, this row of hot dogs is done. So I think they're at a decent place. They're not super charred. Again, they're kind of curling up a little bit. I don't know how well you guys can see down over here. They look good though. I'll be done hopefully in another, not even 10 minutes. And I can go in the house and sit down. So when they're starting to get done, the odd edge, I will turn the hot dogs the opposite way, kind of like, so let's say there's, let's say 4 sides, even though they're round. So if I have side 1 and 2 done, I need to get, or 1 and 4 done, I want to get sides 2 and 3 done. That's where I will turn them to go with the grates, and then they don't roll. So I can place them exactly where I want them to be and get that char exactly where or how I want it. Hey Riggs, if you haven't already, well, obviously you just found my stream and subscribe, but I ask you to go and check out some older videos of me doing some on-site cooks, some live streams, and you can always join us on a live stream. I do a live stream every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Usually talk for about 2 hours, and as of late, I've been making it a group live stream where you guys can participate. I won't say dial in, but check in and ask questions, and we have a good old time. Mr. Richard, what up? Riggs says smoke biscuits. And gravy is really good. All right. Nice. Riggs, that's terrible. I had I had that last week too. Oh, food poisoning. Look, Quentin says smoked biscuits and gravy. That sounds fantastic. Yes, it does. I did some. I made some beef bacon. Not too. Well, shoot, it's been about a year or so. I think about it. But I made some beef bacon, and as opposed to making sausage gravy, I used the beef bacon to make gravy, and I'm like made a roux and everything. It turned out really good. I'm not a real big sausage and gravy fan, obviously, for obvious reasons. So, but I like when I used the beef bacon. It was a fantastic alternative. All right, some of these are more done than others. Just gonna kind of put them in the pan, lay them out, and I'm trying to lay them out in the pan to give people who are getting the hot dogs choice as to which one they can get. So I'm going to try and lay them all out for the most part as a single layer. We'll see. I never know what the best orientation for hot dogs in the pan is. Here it is. Just turn them this way. See if this works. Gosh, I'm sweating like crazy. So this is why I wear this cap on my head to keep sweat off of my face and obviously the food. We're going to have a couple upper deckers. But we are done. Roll these couple over. I know I've had people ask in the past, why don't I do lives like this more often? Because of just this very reason. You never know when I'm going to be doing live. Rick says, have a great day, everyone. Going to lay back down. Love the stream. Thank you. And here I am. I thought you were working on your waves. Oh. I'm sure Roger is sitting at his computer cracking himself up right now. He's probably falling over. His sister's probably like, what are you in here doing? What's so funny? Damn, man. Damn. That's all right, Roger. That's okay. That's okay. Put a couple of these charred ones right on top. And show you guys these. Like I said, done and done. Man, easy peasy. Talking about light work, easy money. What time is it? So just about an hour from start to finish. I would say I would like now. The only thing is, if I were out and about somewhere at this point, I would take the charcoal and chuck the charcoal in either like one of those permanent grills or in a pan that I have some water in or something like that, just off to the side. But I'm home. I'm gonna leave this right here. I'm getting ready to close up my garage and take everything up inside the house, and I'm done. Like I said, I'm gonna go sit down and maybe get something to eat myself. I've been cooking for other folks all day long, and I haven't eaten anything. Ooh, those beef ribs. There are some beef ribs available for me. I have a cabinet out here in the garage that I keep seasonings and pans and, you know, like the things that I use while I'm cooking. I need some extra foil, so if y'all could remind me to put some extra foil in there, that'd be great. But so I'm gonna put these back. I didn't end up using these. I used one full pan for the hot dogs. So yeah. Finally, a live chat with me and Betty are free. Been a while. It has been a while, Jack. I was talking about you the other day. Hopefully, all is well with you and Betty. Something happened the other day on a live stream, and someone was talking about how it was the first time whatever that thing was happened. And I'm trying to get the comments back up. Through my gloves, it's not working. Let me try. It was working a second. Oh, probably because the comments were on the screen. There we go. All right. Scrog, what up, man? I definitely appreciate you checking in and all of the things, watching all of the things, commenting on all of the things. All right, so I was saying that Jack and Betty. Someone was talking about something that happened for the first time on a live stream. Jimmy was saying that he was almost about to fall asleep. And I said, oh, that has already happened on a live stream. Angela fell asleep on a live stream, aside from me. And then we were talking about first that happened on a live stream. And the very first group live stream is so memorable to me because Jack and Betty joined us. But Jack and Betty had to leave the live stream early because they had a tornado warning. So that was the first on a live stream. Would have taken 30 minutes on the egg. For what? What would have taken 30 minutes on the egg? You realize I have way more air space and area on this grill. I'm back reminding y'all to smash the like. Thank you very much, Big Smoke. I appreciate that. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button to cook. You crazy, Quinn. You crazy. So for taste tester number 2's prom send-off, I cooked 30 some odd burgers on the Weber kettle. Again, this is one of those, on the Weber kettle, and it just, it took more time. Like I could cook 16 burgers at a time, or 8 burgers at a time. I'm only using half this grill, and I cooked 20 at a time. And I could have, I don't say pushed it, but I could have probably fit 60 burgers on. I used to say 80, but theoretically, I mean, let's say real talk, leaving some space, I probably could fit 60 burgers on here and cook them at one time. Like I could have theoretically put that entire box of burgers on here and cooked it in one time, like with ease. But I didn't, because that would have been more charcoal. Jack says tornadoes are no joke in Indiana. Yeah. Big Smoke said that's a machine. Indeed. Well, listen, guys, I would love to stay and talk more or longer, but I got to get the food in the house inside the camera while it's still warm. I cannot say thank you guys enough so very much for joining me on a Saturday morning. Again, I always say it, you guys could be anywhere, but you're here with me hanging out, and I appreciate it. So thank you guys so very much. Y'all have a great day. And for all of the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. All of the, tell a father happy Father's Day, because mothers always tell themselves happy Mother's Day. Not taking anything away from you, Susie, but we would like to be told happy Father's Day too. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll step off my soapbox. Big Smoke says happy Saturday, brother. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Bart, what up, man? He says happy Father's Day. Right back at you, fellas. Thank you again, and thank you again. I really can't say it enough. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Susie. She says happy Father's Day. And I'm gone.